That's it. Take
We're
action.
gonna do it.
You only want to be a supplier, a marketer, or supporter.
And then you
Whatever
can
want to do.
also, you know, with those visionary ideas that a lot of us still have, because there's a lot of visionaries coming out during this time period.
Sure.
And we can add on to this. You know, this is not the end all be all. We can still add on to this vision and still
Yeah.
make it more for our communities. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody have any questions or anything they want to add on or talk about, Mr. Paden?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just for instance, you saying the supplier, the hair salon.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a supplier for childcare,
Mm-hmm.
do we pay to get it for the marketers to distribute what we offer?
Yes, there's a membership, and I'll
Okay.
go over that with you later on. You have a membership cost for being a supplier, so you pay for that, and you have a membership cost for being a marketer, and to be a supporter is just buying black.
Paying for the product.
Yeah, so what you want to buy. We want to make sure that people, you can at least spend, I think the lowest
He said it's on like a
price
point
is $20.
system.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
point system. You have to be at least 10
10
points every month to buy black each month, and the product that will get you 10 points, that's the lowest cost right now, costs $20, $19.99.
So therefore, whatever the marketer sends to the salon way, the salon,
Yeah, would offer some portion of whatever it's spent as
okay,
part of commission for the marketer.
marketers,
So
yeah.
salon takes their part, the marketers goes to the marketer through tag team. Tag team's head office and headquarters handles all that. It gets shipped out and deposited out to everybody's account, what have you. So that it's that's why I was telling you when that phase comes, when we get to retailers like we were talking about last night. For retailers, when that buy black that black bank comes in to play, when that card happens, when that swipe happens at that point of sale at that salon, as soon as that swipe happens, boom, instantaneously,
People get paid.
everybody's getting paid. The supplier that is providing that services got paid. The marketer just got a deposit in their account. Tag team marketing has a piece that they take just to keep the lights on, because they gotta, they gotta keep the lights on. It's amazing how little they take to keep the lights on. It blows me away. It's like I think it's like $1. Yeah, this is it's crazy. But they have to pay for they pay for credit card transaction fees, all the stuff that the world outside charges. We have to kind of defray those costs, but it's easy to do it when everybody's doing a little bit, to do it. But cooperative economic. But yeah, so as soon as that transaction happens, that's where everybody gets their piece, and then right now we're doing it a lot with the product-based companies, because it's the product-based companies are being sold through the Black Business Network site. So services online. So services we operate just a little differently right now until the black bank starts, and then once that starts, boom,
It's just a process that, it's like different levels. So right now it's more of an individual product base because of the resources and the way it's starting off. But it's
and you can do services now. You just have to kind of do it a little differently. Like people ask, well, how can I do a service now? Well, you would list your service like a product. So you would have a package. You would, like I would say, put your services in a package. You have a basic package for this much. You have a medium package for this much. You have a premium package for this much. So when people go online, they did that drop-down menu for your services. They choose A, B, or C. They make the purchase, and it happens the same way. Now you instantaneously get a text saying someone just purchased your service. Now you can contact that customer directly and arrange time to deliver your service. So you can still do it now. It's just future is going to be much easier. And people say, well, how long to the bank? It was just how long can we get,
can we get the support?
Get black people buying black consistently till we get that $10 million average daily balance. Once we get that, man, the bank is easy. Bank is just, they owned the bank at one time. That's how they know that. Delzino and Debbie, they were like, we got to do this. And they did it for educational purposes. They were part of like 100 other people investing in a bank in California. They wanted to build it up so it could be bought out. That was a time when those big major chains were buying up those little regional banks. So they built it up, that small regional bank, to 3 locations. And then after that, a big bank came in and bought it out for crazy amount of money, and everybody got their cut. but it was for them, it was a learning experience more so.
So now you know you can't give up your stuff.
Right. Well, for us, we're not,
Yeah, don't
selling
get
our
bought
outfit.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ours is, that was for educational purposes. Be like,
Yeah.
okay, let's go in and find out how the bank game works. Yes, okay, everybody's pulling to sell it out, that's
Come back
fine.
to it, yeah.
But it's just something we're gonna learn how to do, so when we do it, we know what we're doing, and that, I mean, they're geniuses. So, I mean, I'm just excited to be able to be a part of it at this time.
I'm excited that I found out about it. So, anybody else have any questions or any, comments y'all want to ask or talk about?
I got something. Well, I go to school at Georgia State.
Okay.
It's I chose to go there. This is mixed diversity. I mean,
Sure.
you got Asians, Indians, Hispanics, Latinos, all that stuff. And anytime, and I work, my degree is in public policy, so we
Okay.
always talk about public issues,
Right.
in the community, the nation.
Current events. Yeah.
And one thing that I always, whenever we talk about like the black community or like racial issues, especially like concerning the black community,
Sure.
they switch it so much to, well, it shouldn't be a race issue, like, like trying to
throw it back at you, right.
well, no, you shouldn't, it's a race issue. I say, but if it's something that's clearly a race issue, why can I talk about it?
Right.
I mean, like, I just think it's crazy when, especially I hear more from
It's racial
minorities. Yeah, like black people, really.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, I don't believe in, racy stuff, but I just think it's funny because the black kids who are in the schools, we're the ones out there trying to find internships, trying to find jobs.
Right.
And it's like the Jews and the Asians and the Indians,
They
they
go
all
to their
have their
families.
jobs.
Because they're going back to their business.
Yeah, and I just think it's crazy that no one wants to say this is a race issue, or I want to work in African American business or black business, because we fear that we're going to be told that, oh well, you're just black, you're not even concerned about no one else. That's what's wrong with black people. And then
it gets
so
dismissed.
it's I mean, I don't know. I just
But it's nothing wrong with having that,
yeah.
pride in,
Yeah,
your
it's your race
community.
You
Yeah.
know how I deal with it?
Nah.
I call it, for those, because I know it's our race. I know it is, but you run into that. I call it my culture.
Yeah.
My culture. Because that word seems to, I'm
Little
using
more
the same,
solid.
yeah, I use it the same way as I'm saying race, but I'm calling it my culture because
Yeah.
I know that black is a culture. Why? Because we talk our own way, we walk our own way, we dress our own way, we eat our own foods, we listen to our own music, and when you add all those things up, that's describing a culture. That's all that is. That's Asian culture. You see how that just flows, Asian culture? It just,
Yeah.
it's already a thing. Black culture, I'm introducing people to black culture. This is just our culture. I want to work with people that are the same culture as me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that way it
They
gets,
can swallow it a little bit.
it gets around.
But
all
they use
their-
it too.
Huh?
They use it too.
Yeah, and it's white culture. I mean, their white culture just happens to be, when we call it's the same culture. White people will always be white people. Hey, right. But when you talk about it, when you talk about yourself and your people from the aspect of culture, it for me, I found it just goes across better. I don't get caught up on the race stuff because people do jump into, well, it's not about race, it's not about blah blah. I was like, man, if you only knew.
It's
Okay,
like you
I
have
got
to still have that understanding that it is about race, but at the same time, let's take this out of it so that we can function, and then we can make it, I guess a neutral ground. You know what I'm
I mean, they
saying?
can have culture. They may not be able to have race, but they can have culture. And that's fine, because I'm still saying the same thing.
Right.
I'm just putting a language that they can speak.
Because Asian cultures and white cultures still interact. They still do business together. They leave it out of it. But at the end of the day, right now, with what we're dealing with, building our culture back up, we have to address the issue in order for us to honestly deal with how we gonna get this shit together. You know what I'm saying? So
You do business. Well, this is funny. When white people go to Asian businesses to do business, they actually study how to do business with them because there is a culture in which they operate. How do you hand the card? With 2 hands instead of 1. You don't 2-finger that card to an Asian. That's just disrespectful. And they don't want to blow the deal because they know they get fired. You know what I mean? But they know 2 hands. And for us, people kind of lump us in with white culture.
yeah.
They don't know we have our own culture. we have a way we do business too. And people don't realize, man, do black people have a way we do business? Yeah, man. You want to come and see it, come to the Black Business Network. That's how black people do business. Our business, it's a whole different culture. White person coming into the black culture doing business, the way white people do it, thinking we're just like them. Hey, how you doing, guy? You know, that just doesn't work. But like, hey. It's like, hey, what's going on? What you want?
Right.
That's just not how. That's not our culture.
Yeah.
But I'll come to you and say, hey, what's going on, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, man.
All right, good. I'm already we're already on the same page. We can talk about something. It's not gonna be. I'm gonna jump right into business. I'm gonna talk about your day. How you been?
Yeah.
What's been going on? You catch your game yesterday?
I sure did.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to catch you though.
You know what I mean? He said, don't tell me to score. But it just, whatever we're doing, it's just our culture. That's what that vibe you feel when you come to the Black Business Network. That's what it attracted me, is because it was a feeling.
Yeah.
It's like I'm coming home. You walk in those doors, it's like, man, you could breathe differently. You know what I mean? Because it's just a better energy. Man, black people loving each other. I got hugs,
Yeah.
Man, people supporting one another. Wow. I do this thing now. I call it, I started this the other day. I don't know why, but it's called the Buy Black Selfie. Right? So anytime somebody's buying black, I'm taking a picture. Boom, of them buying black, doing a transaction, and I'm posting it.
Yeah.
So people know that, man, black people do buy black.
We want to shop.
Yeah. We do it all the time. Post that on Instagram, get that on Facebook, just so they know it really takes place.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of kids now are really, because of the marketing and the brainwashing,
Sure.
and a lot of them are disconnected from the history and what black culture is really all about.
Right, because someone else is telling you what their black culture is through the marketing that you get every day.
Right, so they have those stigmas in their head. It's like, I don't want to, or I just want me a red phone, or it's just stuff like that. You know that comes from certain, marketing.
It's what you see in black culture today. You would think if you weren't aware, you'd think black culture was pants sagging,
reality show,
fighting, a whole bunch of attitudes and all this stuff.
Yeah.
You would think that's it, but that's literally manufactured to create a response from us, so that we mirror it and go do that, get in trouble, and then there's this event, man. It was Chica Cook did this event. He broke down the whole game from all the way from the executives who are in the boardroom who create the image, right? To say this is what they want to be, because literally they have people who produce the music. If the music doesn't have enough cursing in it, enough talking about women, enough this or that, they won't put it out.
Right. Yeah.
And the artist is like, no, I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to come. It's like, no, we need some more B's and H's. What alcohol do you want to talk about?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how, literally.
Clothing brand.
Yeah, clothing brand you want to talk about. And they won't put it out. And that's the thing where a tag team comes in, where they're putting out pure music. So if you have people that have music, or artists who put out anything, we now have our own filtering system for the black community. So none of that craziness makes it through. You can have people come all day with products and services and like, hey, I want to put this in. I want to put this male enhancement. It's not going to make it. It's not going to make it because it doesn't, it's not empowering our community. It's not lifting us up in any way. You know what I mean? It's not, we can filter all that nonsense out and only let through the
quality
things
that's going to serve us.
That make us, make it work. So, powerful stuff.
Powerful stuff. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. I think we're going to wrap it up after that.
All right.
If you want to give any more information on any upcoming events.
Sure.
Y'all have.
Yeah, this Saturday. This Saturday is the next live event at the Tag Team Center. And I have cards with the address and everything. It's on how to make it big in the network as either a marketer or supplier or even a supporter. You can come through and find out exactly how you can get plugged in, what it's all about. Come and meet Delzino. I'm trying to tell you, you meet this black man. This is when you have people that you want to know. That's one of them black people you want to know.
And he's big on history, so you learn a lot from him. I mean, it's stuff that we probably, because he had one of the same professors I had in college, and it was like that's when I really started learning my history.
Right.
And
you know, we created math and science.
Right.
Man, we
It's
did?
like,
Oh, well,
you know,
that's algebra right then. You know?
right.
You have, you know, it's a different mindset. It's not,
Yeah.
oh, the man is trying to teach me this craziness. Oh, we did that. Okay. Let me learn
Yeah.
that. You
So
know.
it's like you start having more of an appreciative of
Right.
what this person is saying because
Right.
you know it's coming from a sincere place
Exactly.
of our culture and learning,
Just
you
some
know,
history.
some
what we
history.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did that.
yeah.
Powerful stuff. Yeah, if you get a chance to meet this brother, come through on Saturday. It begins at 7. You want to be there probably by 6:30, between 6:30 and 6:45, because they have the live studio audience in place.
AM or PM?
PM, excuse me. Yeah, no. 7 p.m., excuse me, Eastern time. Because the live studio audience is going to be trying to get in place by 6:45, get you guys seated and everything. The live broadcast goes up to the entire world 7 o'clock. So you'll have the audience that's in there like you had last night. It was cool, the intimate room, but we have the largest viewing audience in the
Online.
history of the Black Business Network online. I mean, people from all over the United States, the Caribbean, Canada, Africa, brothers in Australia. I mean, just watching. I mean, you know, it's late for them or early, depending on when it's the next day.
Yeah.
But they plug in.
Still tuned
They
in.
tune in because this is our history. This is what's happening. So come on through, meet Del Zeno, see the Tag Team Center, go to the store that's in there. You can see the black products that are there so far. So far. The reason I say that is because you may know somebody that makes something, has been trying to get it out, but just didn't know where to go. You know, I got this great thing I've been making, or I got it on the shelf. This year, 2015, I said I was going to do something. Now you can do
And
it.
it's right over in East Point. It's like right around the corner.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Right behind
too far.
the Camp Creek Marketplace. You guys
Yeah.
know where that is? Yeah, right, literally right behind me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll give you guys cards and everything, and yeah, come on through and enjoy. Go to the website, you create free accounts for yourself there, online, and kind of just, you know, pick around and see what's going on and experience it.
All right. Thank you.
Cool. All right.
Anybody else want to talk about anything before we leave?
I just want to say one thing. I did become a supporter.
All right.
Thank
Give
you.
it up. All right, back everyone. Hey, hey, 25 people just got touched.
Hey.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, what?
We have
We've been talking about this for a while, and I'm going to be one of y'all biggest supporters.
We appreciate you. We do appreciate you. Keep spreading the word. What is it now? Even if you refer other supporters, you actually get discounts too.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever helps the
Set up a
movement.
game. Hey, we
And
appreciate
it
that.
is a movement.
Roll up. It is.
So-
You roll, it's some grassroots, straight up, roll up your sleeve. You trying to get into it. Like I wasn't around during civil rights or whatever movement I back and I read about it, see about it. But this is a movement I can actually
It's in your
put my
hand.
hands on. You know what I mean? And be a part of and make some noise.
Yeah.
You know, we can march, do all that, cool. But buying black, ooh, that will make a sound louder than you never even knew.
It's
Because,
gonna echo into her
I'm trying to tell
time
you.
when
Yeah.
she's our age.
I'm trying to tell you,
Yeah.
you want to take it to white folks. People like, I want to get back there. Man, spend your money over there with black people. Your people, black people in the pocket.
Yeah.
That's what they heard. Not for a day either. Not boycott for a day because you have to, like Del Zeno was saying last night, you boycott. You can boycott and do all the protesting, but there has to be
You got
Forward
boycott.
motion.
something else
Yeah.
that is going forward, which is
Yeah.
buying black. Because
Yeah.
if you don't buy black, everybody don't buy black today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be a white person in business. I'll see you tomorrow then. You know, I'll see you
Right.
tomorrow. You know, you're gonna need toilet paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what happened on Black Friday.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we boycott Black Friday, and then like Saturday to Monday, it was like, oh, okay. I need to go to the store.
Yeah. Can't come home empty.
It became
Yeah.
Black Weekend.
Right, Black Weekend.
Yeah. So it's that's yeah. So it has to be some other component to move into, which is buying
That's
black.
why the civil rights movement jumped off, because of the boycotts. Everybody
Yeah.
forgot about the bus boycotts.
Right.
That's
Bus
what made them
boycotts
say,
now.
hey, you affected my pockets.
Exactly.
Now we want to listen to you.
This is how
Right.
crazy. If that bus boycott was like 100 and some odd days, I think it was.
Mhm.
It was a long time. To
It
the
almost
point-
crippled them.
It was
They was-
hurting.
yeah, they
It was hurting the white bus company, right?
Yeah.
All that needed to happen
Yep.
was for 1, 2, 3, maybe enterprising brothers and sisters
To start another.
to start a bus company
Yep.
that said, okay, now we.
They were already doing it.
You already
But
doing
see,
it.
the
You know the
marketing
routes.
was
You've been
in-
doing it
yeah.
all day. You got people coming. Hey, June, what's going on? How you doing? All right, come on in. You going to work today? Yeah. You know.
The marketing too on that was, oh, it's just about getting the front seat. No, it
Yeah.
ain't about getting the front seat. It's
Having your
about-
own bus.
Yeah, it's about y'all treating us fairly. We spending
Right.
money, and
Right.
you're not treating us fairly, and we spending our money.
Right. So
You
now,
know.
now you're just happy in the front seat spending your money.
Right.
Somebody else. and then we sit in the back.
Now we always want to get
Right.
back. Like it's part of the back. Like,
You swiping at the car, you going straight to the back. You gonna sit in the back. Alright.
yeah.
I gotta sit in the front. Yeah, I gotta sit in the front. You in the front.
That's so
Yeah. But
Okay.
So
So that's
I don't
it.
want to take up all the time.
But that's the organic perspective for today. We had a great show. I'm glad everybody came out, our audience members. And before we leave, we're just gonna kind of, if y'all want to introduce, I know Jennifer already's been introduced. You know, some of our audience members have left a little bit, but I want to still acknowledge some of the people who came to give their perspective today. So if y'all want to stand up and kind of give your perspective.
If you don't want to.
You can start with you. I'm looking right at you.
All right. I'm Clement Jean Rd Sw.
All right.
Call me Junior.
All right.
What's your background with that name?
I know that's
Jean
some French, Haitian.
Haiti. I was gonna say it gotta be Haiti.
Yeah, gotta be.
My family's from Haiti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toussaint Louverture, holding down.
All right now.
And, my father, he once owned a business
Uh-huh.
in Haiti as well.
Wow.
But that didn't go too well based on him doing personal things or whatever
Okay.
for his business. But I kind of picked that up.
Mm-hmm.
I myself, I want to own a business.
Right.
And I'm just trying to figure out as far as streams of revenue, you know,
Mhm.
where can that come about? I work out at Workout Anytime
Mhm.
in Stockbridge,
Okay.
and there's been like empty spaces,
Mm.
and I just never really looked at, hey, you know, maybe something could be here. And just recently, I just walked past, and it was Marco's Pizza. They're about to put up a business there, and I'm
Mhm.
thinking, how can you work out and
And
then
go
just
to
go
the
straight to
pizza
pizza?
Nah,
I'm like,
I
there should
seen
be
a
a fresh
YouTube
smoothie
video.
there.
Right. She threw her hands up.
And I've just been doing a little research, and I've been realizing that Marco's Pizza, they've been putting their businesses in like plazas,
Mhm.
like Kroger's,
Mhm.
around a Publix.
Mm.
And I was thinking, like, you know, how about does the Tag Team Network, do they put out information as far as franchising certain black-owned businesses?
Let's see. No, is the short answer. Because you don't have that we have that come in that have franchises that they own. You know what I mean? As far as franchise businesses, a lot of people that come through the network, they have their own business that they created themselves from scratch. So it's not necessarily a franchise per se. You have some that are network marketing themselves, so they're already in another network marketing company. So that's the closest you probably get to a franchise. The last person I saw that had a franchise, he had a Subway franchise. But it was actually, he was in Connecticut though. So he probably spread since then, because I don't see too many Subways going out of business. They have people buying sandwiches, you know. But no, I don't know a lot on the franchise segment. I know there are websites on franchises to own.
Right.
My wife wanted to own a franchise of a children's play center on the south side. It's one that, you know, like the ones that she always
Right
be
here.
going to bucket
Yeah.
for. She's like, we need something like this and this
Like
nice.
Monkey Joe's or something
Yeah,
like
they got
that.
Monkey Joe's here. There was one place our daughter went. It was, what is it?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Not Chuck E. Cheese, but it was a
The
cooking
kids
place.
playing.
Cooking
Oh, I heard about
You heard about that thing?
Yeah.
You went over there? Yeah. And it was like, man, we need to have something like this on this. Young Chef.
Chef.
Yeah, something. It was like where the kids can come and they cook and they learn how to do. It was a chocolatier place.
Y'all, I took the daycare.
Yeah, you took us. I'm trying to
The
remember.
daycare.
Bilderberg.
Ooh,
Bilderberg.
Not that, no. It was out on the other side of town.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, looking for yeah, and that's the thing. It was like we want to find something where kids can have birthday places on this side of town,
Yeah.
except just one option. You know, you could do the Monkey Joe's, knock it out, do your Monkey Joe's, but have a black-owned spot. I don't know
And
who
that's
owns
really,
Monkey Joe's, but
that's really,
they make some money.
because we was talking about that too, like franchising
Mhm.
her businesses, and a lot of times we get in that mode where it's like, I want to have my own, and we don't realize the value in franchising with a big company.
Sure,
You know?
you can
I mean,
do that. Yeah,
well,
if
a
you
small
want.
company and making
Yeah.
it bigger, you know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
absolutely. You can
So-
get into that. I mean, it's literally business. You meet somebody that's in business that wants to grow and they want to have, okay, I'll handle this unit on this side of town. You handle this unit on the other side of town. I got all this stuff because I already
It's
do it here.
Yeah,
Here's where
foundation.
you go, boom, go ahead, set it up, and let's run. But these are the people that you meet at the Black Business Network. Because the people that come through there, I mean, like I said, I've been there since 2006 in that facility, and I've met so many different types of people that are in so many different types of businesses that I did not even have a clue that we did all these things. You know, but it's so great because there's so many opportunities for brothers and sisters to come and network and actually learn. When you come to the network as a supplier, you just have to be, it has to be something that you make or you manufacture yourself. You know, so if you own it, I have to check and see how they handle franchises.
That's until they get the you know,
Yeah,
production out of the
you
way.
get the once you get to the point where we have the Black Bank, then it's the retailing places come online because you have a brick and mortar place. Boom, we're gonna start sending our marketing team sending our people to your place because each one of the people that we send there are gonna have accounts in the Black Bank, and they're gonna have cards and they're gonna be swiping and you get your money. They'll have money in that account. You know, you get your money as a business owner.
And you can actually probably get a loan, you know,
Oh, yeah.
if you
Yeah.
go to the
Yeah.
bank.
And the Black Bank, you get your loan from the Black Bank because that's what they're doing. They're giving low interest loans to our people so we can build brick and mortar places. You have a spot? Oh, and how much is it? No problem. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put you in business, get your business plan together, let's go. You go open it, now you have people that are driving people to it. You're in the network as a supplier. I mean, it's not, there's no guarantees in business at all, but it's just, you have a so much higher percentage chance of making it
Right.
when all of those pieces are in place. Now we're driving people to you, because that's all it is. It's literally, if you have, what is it? We gave this example, Delzino gave this example. We had 1,000 people spending $20 a week at a business. That's $20,000 a week,
Oh,
right? Or
yeah.
is that 2,000? Excuse me. Yeah, no, it's $20 a week. 1,000. That's 20,000 a week, right? At a business. Imagine if you were a small business getting that money coming in every single week. You'd be all right. You'd be straight, you know, and then they're spreading the word and telling more people.
And our buying power with the trillions of dollars that we do spend as Black people, we can make like a lot of millionaires
That's it. And that's
in a short amount of time.
So Delzino's goal is to make his first wave of 1,000 Black millionaires during this month of 2015, going into 2016. So that's his first goal. The first wave of 1,000, and then the next wave. And that's through business owners, as suppliers, that's through marketers who are in the business opportunity. I mean, the marketers will probably hit it before this. Well, I don't know, it depends the way the suppliers are moving. Suppliers are moving as a product, but the marketers get paid on everything that happens. So you have people that are marketers who are going to make their millions, making the suppliers billions. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a powerful thing. So everybody wins.
All right. So we ain't gonna hold y'all no
But
more.
yeah.
All right. I appreciate y'all coming. Oh, we didn't get to everybody. That's what we stopped. We started talking. Okay. Anika, you wanna
Yes, my name is Adeline and I'm Alem's older sister.
Family in the building.
So y'all know what happened when we was growing up, huh?
You know what I'm saying? You said, you know, you know what this is.
But yeah, I work in the childcare business. I've been in childcare business for a long time. I'm an assistant director at the daycare center right now. So I understand some of the stuff, a lot of stuff Ms. Jennifer was saying, as far as like, you know, just customer service and having that responsibility of taking care of people's children. And also, one of my biggest things doing what's right. At the end of the day, like, you know, your heart was wrong was right.
Yeah.
When you dealing with people's kids. And, you know, even just with people, you know, whether it's money or whatever it is. But
and even with the influences with the kids, you still try to
yeah,
give them a positive.
yeah. And sometimes you know, if you get on that level and talk to them, you got kids that really make the effort because they want to do right for you. And that's that might just be enough motivation for them just to do the right thing for you, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, but every child is different, and you know, you treat them the same every day. You don't treat them any different based on behavior or anything like that. But, you know, like I said, you just gotta wanna do what you're doing. And I was just kind of saying that when we was going back to like the customer service issue of people valuing what they do, or just being lazy, or just taking some kind of responsibility with whatever it is you do. I mean, I think at the end of the day, if you're doing something,
Do it to the best of your
do it
ability.
to, yeah, even if it's not what you plan on being for a long time,
Right.
just do the best you can do in that position until you move forward. But I feel like at the end of the day, I'm just one of the people, I would rather have a job, and this is me. Even if I don't make a whole lot of money, if I'm happy and I go there every day, I can function better on a daily basis.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing in the world to have a job and go somewhere you don't want to be every day and you feel that every single day you walk in the door. You know,
Yeah.
so if this not where you want to be, then do something else. 'Cause everybody not cut out for customer service or dealing with people. You know, I think they just need to find out what it is.
They can go in the factory and start moving that product.
That's it.
Yeah.
Can you stir? Can you taste?
Start.
Can you put a label on it? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we go to the front row. Miss Kari. Just introduce yourself and, you know, give your opinion on what you heard today. You know, or some things that stood out to you as a young lady coming up in this era. It's really tough on y'all these days, so let's get your opinion.
Well,
What's your name first?
Shikari,
And where do you go to school?
North Plains,
This, high school, middle school?
middle.
Middle, okay. So how is it in the culture at your school? Like, what do you experience and what can you give your opinion on as far as like people being, you know, literate on, you know, business and, you know, you have your mom here, your stepmom to kind of, you see some things that she's doing and what's going on in the community. How has that affected you, you know?
It's teachers there that support us, but it's just some that don't care at all about what we do. Like, there's kids in our hall and stuff. And there's been times that people actually got in trouble and got arrested because they bring drugs and weapons to school.
Yeah. So just experiencing that in school, like that shouldn't be something that, I mean, even though it's the reality of today, but how does that affect you as a young lady having to see like this right in your hallway? Like, this is where I'm supposed to get my education. What is really going on?
Like, I'm not doing anything, like, so it really doesn't seem to affect me as